Before I start this rant to anyone who hates this year from 2 years ago, I respect your opinion anyways. Let's get started. Oh my gosh, 2018 was the worst year ever for me. Here are a bunch of reasons why I didn't like 2018 in my opinion. 1. When I went to the doctors, my doctor said, "Cassie, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you can't do PE for the rest of this year," and I was completely, and I mean completely, heartbroken. I wanted to continue doing PE because I have a best friend I've known since kindergarten. Him and I were in PE for our freshman year, but he had to do PE for his sophomore year and I couldn't do PE, and that made me really heartbroken, and it really broken my heart, and I couldn't do PE for my sophomore year. 2. On June 8th I had to get surgery on my Achilles tendon, and I was going to this Bible study on Thursday, so my last Bible study was on June 1st and that was a Thursday, so I had to tell my group that June 1st was my last day of being in their Bible study on Thursdays, and I was even more heartbroken that I couldn't go because of my surgery on June 8th, and plus on June 8th, once my surgery was over, I had to just sit there on the rocking chair and elevate my foot, which was not cool. 3. When I went back to the doctor, they had to cut the plastic that my foot was wrapped in because I had surgery on June 8th, so they cut that off. Even though my foot was really itchy, they had to clean it, and then there was some yellow stuff. It's kind of yucky, so anyways there was some yellow stuff on the bottom of my foot because that's where they did the surgery, and plus they had to flip me on my stomach to do the surgery, so anyways they got the yellow stuff off my foot, and it felt kind of weird, like it felt weird stepping on my surgical foot, and it kind of hurted me once I was stepping onto the stool to get up and to go lay on my stomach so they could take the yellow stuff off my foot, and boy did it feel weird. I mean, it felt so weird that it felt like I was using someone else's foot instead of using my own foot. 4. Once I got the yellow stuff off my foot, I had to get a cast, but for some reason the nurse pushed my foot down, and me and my mom were like, "Isn't her foot supposed to be straight instead of flat?" And the nurse responded and said, "Well, technically we did not get the paperwork for it." So once again I had to use a walker, and I couldn't walk properly, so I had to use my right foot to hop, and that didn't really feel good to me because I wanted to walk normal, but I couldn't because my foot was in a stinking cast, which had me in so much pain. I just wanted to get the correct cast put on my foot right away. 5. But here's some good news. The next day my dad had a doctor's appointment, so he took me back to the doctor's the next day. So once my dad had his checkup, one of my favorite nurses that I like, so he took me back and he took the cast off, and he was like, "What happened? They put the wrong cast on you?" And I was like, "Yes, they put the wrong cast on." And well, here's kind of the worst part. He had to bend my foot, which hurt me. I didn't like tea because it was hurting me, but it was painful to feel that, but luckily I got through it, and luckily the right cast was put on my foot and I like it. 6. Once I got home I elevated my foot and it felt so good to be in the correct cast, but technically I couldn't take a shower, which kind of stinks, so I had to have my mom help me take a shower, which I did not like. I wanted to do it on my own, but sadly I couldn't, so even though my mom kept getting wet I had to keep turning and trying not to get the cast wet. 7. After a month has gone by with the cast, I was in a boot for another month, but thank goodness I got the cast off, and thank goodness I could take a shower by myself without my mom's help. 8. I still couldn't go to summer school, and well, I didn't like it because I was just either sleeping or watching TV or going on my iPad, which I was really bored. I really wanted to go to summer school, but I couldn't, so I was just stuck inside. But the good news is my grandma Montelongo, my cousin Anthony, and a couple of my teachers came to visit me and asked me how am I doing and am I doing okay. And well, one teacher asked me, "When are you going to be coming back to school?" and I said not until August. 9. Once my foot was okay, so I went back to the doctor's for a checkup, and he said I had to wear the boot for 3 months, so I was like okay. So once August came around and once I went to school, I had the boot still on my foot, and technically since my doctor took me off PE I wasn't able to do PE, so I had to find something else to do. 10. So I found a art class and I was really happy, and I really like doing art because it makes me forget about the pain I have in my foot and the surgery and everything. Thank God this year ended on January 1st, 2019, and thank God it's in the past now. I don't know who likes or hates this year, so I'm just gonna leave it be. 2018 sucks, and so does December 7th, 2016. Note: if you like this day, I respect your opinion. Elias D. Allison Sparkles. Morgan the Beatles fan 2019 and Sunny Heart are 1000 times better than 2018. End of rant.